Once upon a time in ancient Japan, there was a young student named Kiyoshi. Kiyoshi wanted to learn about Zen. He practiced meditation and studied the ancient teachings, but he felt like something was missing. Kiyoshi heard about a wise master named Hoshin who lived on a remote mountain, so he decided to go on a journey to seek the master's guidance. After a long and challenging journey through forests and steep paths, Kiyoshi finally reached Hoshin's humble home. The master was known for his wisdom, though he rarely spoke. Kiyoshi respectfully bowed before him and expressed his desire to understand the true essence of Zen. Hoshin looked deeply into Kiyoshi's eyes and remained silent for a while, as if pondering the sincerity of his request. Then, the master picked up a stone and struck it against the ground. The stone made a sharp sound that echoed through the mountains. Hoshin asked Kiyoshi, "Do you hear the sound of the stone?" Kiyoshi nodded and confirmed that he heard the sound. The master then asked him to listen to the sound of silence. Determined to grasp the lesson, Kiyoshi focused on the silence that followed the sound. At first, his mind was filled with thoughts and distractions, but he persisted and tried to become aware of the silence between the sounds. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months as Kiyoshi continued to meditate on the sound of silence under Hoshin's guidance. Gradually, he noticed changes within himself. His mind became quieter, and he became more aware of the world around him. Kiyoshi realized that silence wasn't just the absence of sound, it held a deep presence that could reveal hidden truths. One day, while meditating by a river, Kiyoshi became aware of the gentle sound of water flowing over rocks. He listened attentively, and discovered that in the spaces between the sounds, he could hear the sound of silence. It felt as if the entire universe was whispering its wisdom to him, and he experienced a profound sense of peace and tranquility. Kiyoshi continued to train with Master Hoshin, embracing the power of silence in every aspect of his life. He learned that true listening could guide him, offering insights and clarity that he couldn't find elsewhere. As years passed, Kiyoshi became known as a wise and compassionate teacher, and people sought his guidance. One day, a wealthy merchant named Kenji arrived, seeking help in resolving a dispute between his two sons. With the guidance of Kiyoshi, they meditated by a river, listening to the sounds of nature. The silence allowed them to see beyond their emotions and understand each other's hearts. The brothers realized that their conflict stemmed from misunderstandings, and their relationship healed. Kenji and his sons returned to their village transformed by their encounter with Kiyoshi and the power of silence. They learned to understand themselves and others on a deeper level, and their relationships flourished. Kiyoshi continued to teach and guide many seekers on their path to spiritual enlightenment, always sharing the transformative power of silence. Years later, as Kiyoshi lay on his deathbed, his disciples gathered around him, eager for one final lesson. With a peaceful smile, he whispered, "Listen to the sound of silence, and you will hear the wisdom of the universe." And with that, the great teacher closed his eyes and took his last breath, leaving behind a legacy of wisdom and compassion. The story of Kiyoshi and the power of silence reminds us that true understanding and wisdom can often be found in the moments of stillness amidst the noise of our lives. By embracing the power of silence, we open ourselves to growth. If you enjoyed this tale, please consider subscribing to my channel and sharing your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your insights and any stories you'd like us to bring to life.